have a question for those of you looking for a job or a job change. How is the hunt going? You know, what's really frustrating? When you apply to jobs but never hear back from them. In your head, you're thinking you tick all the boxes, you have a resume that matches the job description. You are a perfect fit, but somehow the recruiter never calls you. And this becomes a trend. You never even get a chance to interview for the role. Why do you think that is the case? Is there a fault in your resume? Probably. Most of us pay a lot of attention to our CVs. And why not? The CV is our sales pitch. It is supposed to convince a recruiter that we deserve to be given a shot, that we should be considered a potential candidate. We do all we can to decorate our CVs, boast about the language we know, sometimes fib a little here and there too. Maybe you don't really have a black belt in karate, or maybe you never really volunteered at the blind school. But who cares, as long as you look multi-talented. We list out all our achievements, carefully pick out the fonts, the colors, check and double-check the alignment. We take expert advice on whether or not to attach a picture. Also, the best format to link our portfolio. So, how can something so carefully crafted be faulty? Breaking news. You may have the picture-perfect CV, but it may not be the best pitch for the job that you've applied for. You know why? Because your CV is missing the key words. I'll let you into the secret right now. Experts suggest that your CV should have the keywords mentioned in a job description. Say, you're applying for a job in a newsroom. Your job description says you need to have top-level copy editing skills, headline writing skills. You need to be able to identify breaking news. So when you send in your CV for this particular job position, your CV needs to have the keywords like copy editing, headline, breaking news. Will the recruiter not consider you if your CV is missing these keywords? Or say you've written something on the lines of skilled in reacting to a developing story instead of writing breaking news? Will the recruiter not give you a chance to interview? I'll let you in on another secret. A recruiter rarely screens your CV in round one. You see, most job ads receive hundreds and thousands of applications, and more often than not, recruiters need to fill the position as early as possible. So what do? They read every CV that comes along the way, then shortlist candidates and call them for an interview? Well, it's too time-consuming. So to speed up the process, recruiters around the world are increasingly deploying artificial intelligence. They are tasking AI with playing HR and filtering candidates. So it is actually AI that is screening your CV. It is AI that decides if you're fit for the job. It decides whether or not the recruiter should consider your CV for an interview call. And it is AI that does all the checking for keywords, job titles, and even references. So what do? Edit your CV every time you apply for a job to ensure that it has the right keywords matching the job description? Well, ideally, yes. But I understand that that may be too tall a task. So people seem to have found a hack. And it is called white fonting. What's white fonting? It is nothing but fooling or cheating the AI. How do you do that? By copy-pasting keywords from the job description in your CV and then changing the font color to white. That way, you ensure that the AI picks up the keywords, but when the CV is printed out and sent to the recruiter, he or she never gets to read those copy-pasted words. Or at least you hope she doesn't, because those words written in white remain invisible. Great hack, right? Except there is a big risk involved. What if the paper on which the CV is printed isn't white? I mean, chances are slim, given most offices use the same old white papers. But still, the risk remains. Here's another one. Companies say that their bots and recruiters are catching up to white fonting. So what should you do? Still take the risk? White font your CV the next time you apply for a job? Well, that's a question for you to answer. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.